What's up, gamers, and welcome back for more WotC-20. Today's matchup is round 3 from the 1K in Connecticut at Imperial Games, and this matchup is Chaos Move Gengar versus Mega Eggs, which is Meganium from Neo Genesis, paired up with E-Reader Executor. So two fun decks, two very good decks, so we'll see how things go here. Opening actives are Cleffa versus Igglybuff, and it looks like turn 1 goes to Gengar. Another Cleffa on the bench, as well as a Ghastly and now a Mr. Mime. Rolling for an Eek on the opening Igglybuff, and it is a Tails. See, I think there's a Trader in hand along with some energy, and Meganium starts off with a Fan Club, so good start. And I assume we will see, based on the hand, a Cleffa for sure, and likely a Chikorita, if not an Execute. So all being considered, quick deck peep here. You can see a Mr. Mime from the Vending series is also splashed into this Meganium deck. There is quite a bit of big fire at this event as well, so won't matter in this matchup, but Cleffa and Execute joined the bench. There was a Chikorita in hand. And it looks like some energy being considered. It'll be a Grass Attach to Cleffa. Considering Gusting maybe? I see a Comp Search as well. And instead, Igglybuff will free retreat out. We will Gust the Mr. Mime. And that will guarantee the Eek. So, turns pass back here. Plenty of energy in hand to get that Mime out of the active. I know Gengar likes to run Recycle energy here and there, so unable to use that here. But Trader sending what I think was a Gengar back into the deck. We'll see if this just sets up another Ghastly or not. Also a good deck peep here for the camera. Saw Sprout Tower in there, Lily Pad Mew, Elekid. Good splash card, good tech. And instead a Haunter is grabbed to evolve that first Ghastly, as Eek resolves on the other side of the board. Eek being attempted again. And it looks like that was good off camera. So both sides gradually getting set up here. You can see a Shaman in hand for Meganium. That could be a problem. Grass Attach for turn to the Execute from E-Reader. That is a Quaplus Execute. 2 usable attacks, 1 energy ramp, and then Sleep Powder for 10, and Sleep is pretty good. Only 40 HP, doesn't have 50 like other Execute options. Gust again, grabbing Mr. Mime. So that's 2 Gusts in the bin, we'll pay attention to that. And Rocket's Training Gym now making the retreat cost for Mime 2 into the Shaman, so big turn for Meganium. Both hands get shuffled in as supporter for turn, will allow everyone to draw up to 4. Almost always seeing people opt into all 4 cards. So worth noting that Cleffa also cannot free retreat out now. There's a Recycle in hand, but no Warp energy it looks like for Gengar's side. Elm now coming down. Shaman into Elm, pretty good combo, so Elm means no more trainers for turn, but that small Shaman hand, nothing in it looked appealing to the Meganium pilot, so a full 7 now coming off the top here. Some Evo lines, lots of energy. You can see a Warp there as well. The Warp will help get around Training Gym. Of course, we know that Gengar is running Sprout Tower. It helps with Chansey and Tough matchups. Lots of Tough in shop today for this event. And that could bounce the stadium, so we'll see. Bench getting set up. 3 Executes now, and a Chikorita. And the Eek guaranteed for Mr. Mime. Recycle energy for turn. You can see a Goop Gas in hand. And it looks like that is all Gengar can do on this turn. Energy attached for turn to the Execute with a Grass already on it. We'll see how that works into Called Shot later. That is the Exeggutor in this deck from Aquapolis. Item Finder throwing away. Item Finder threw away a Fan Club and a Cleffa to Elm again, so no more trainers again for turn. So Meganium getting pretty aggressive, multiple gusts to start out with, an Item Finder already in the bin, and just really cycling with Elm here. There's that Bending Mime, and it'll just be straight into an Eek, looking for Evo lines, not finding Bayleaf yet, not finding Exeggutors yet. Psychic to Mime has the attach for turn, and do you really want to retreat out here? Or do you just throw Cleffa back in? Or do you stand in and attack? Mr. Mime has a 2-shot potential against babies like Cleffa. It looks like that was, in fact, to just stand in and meditate. Bayleaf now coming down. It is an 80 HP Neogenesis Bayleaf. There are 2 Neogenesis Bayleafs in print. And an attach for turn to that Bayleaf instead of the Exeggutor. And an Eek. So tons of cycling here going on for Meganium. Psychic attach for turn to Haunter. And worth noting, these next 7 could find a Grass Energy, Exeggutor, and Meganium. And another Elm. Tails again on Meditate through the Baby Rule. There's the Meganium. So Wild Growth is in effect as long as it is in play, as long as Meganium's in play. Each Grass Energy counts for 2. Into that Elm, really looking for Evo lines. Another Meganium in hand, Item Finders, and it looks like it's going to be an Eek. Surprised, I think there were 2 Item Finders in there, apparently preserving them. Really going through the deck. Attach return for Gar to the Haunter. And there you can see Exeggutor drawn off the top. We'll see Called Shot probably pretty soon. Rolling again to meditate into this Cleffa. It is 10 damage, setting up a KO for next turn with Mime. Turns pass back. There's the Exeggutor. Another Exeggutor with no energy on it though. And now there's energy on it, so 1 grass on one Exeggutor, 3 on the other. With Wild Growth on the bench, that Exeggutor can bench snipe for 60. Igglybuff going to use Gaze here to shut off Haunter's Transparency. And Called Shot to take the knockout, taking 2 energy off the board as well as a Gastly and a Haunter. Leaving Gengar with just this Mr. Mime in the active slot. Elekid joins the bench. Goop Gas comes down. So Goop Gas turns off Mime. It also turns off the Elekid. Mime will retreat out, sending the Recycle to hand. Exeggutor can still Called Shot for 30 this following turn, even with Wild Growth off. Called Shot must target bench though. Grass attach again to a benched Exeggutor. Abilities will stay off for Gengar's turn as well. Lots of heads on called shot, taking out the Cleffa. Oh, also I got Goop Gas wrong there. Powers are only off until the opponent's next turn, so... Abilities are now back on with the pass back to Gengar's turn. Town V. Very early here, grabbing some energy and the Gengar line. Pretty popular for Gengar to run multiple Town Vs. Worth noting, prizing is 6-4 at the moment. Igglybuff shutting off bench protection for Mime, as well as Haunter, as well as even Lilipad Mew, if we see it, is a really big deal here. Executor taking one-shots left and right with Wild Growth online. Finder being considered. It's putting Mime and Psychic into the bin. At this point, I would not say no to gusting in Meganium. Meganium running a lot of Warp Energy, as we know, but gotta try to stop this Executor from preventing setup entirely. It looks like that was for a Trader. Grabbing another Ghastly, which would get one shot by Executor at the moment. And there is the Lilipad Mew, as we were talking about. Now, this Mew cannot be damaged or affected by attacks from evolved Pokemon.
Well, it's supposed to be parallel. Okay. But the English printing system. Okay. So we run really bad.
Into Elm. Okay, so a fresh 7 drawn for Gengar, putting the hand back into the deck. Hard to get set up again at this point. A better gust target than the Meganium might just be the Execute. Gonna have to get lucky with some baby flips here. Also a Vending Mime in hand, I think I see. Attach return to Mime. I would consider getting the Cleffa out of there. Rolling for a Playful Punch instead, putting 20 on the Executor. That allows Mime to swing for 30 if it gets to stick around. Grass for turn to the Executor. Another Elm. Usually a strength of Gengar is being able to hide, set up slowly, manipulate prizing to enable Chaos Move, but there is no hiding from Executor right now, especially with Igglybuff on bench. Alright, called shot. Taking out the Mime, unfortunately. Going through the baby rule. Lots of heads. And now, what is Gengar's plan? Grabs a Ghastly. Will it be 2? If you go wide enough on the bench, can you set up one stack quickly enough? to avoid getting completely picked off. Playful punch attempted. It's a tails. At this point, I would even consider using Lick with Ghastly to try to stall here. Might be a little better, safer than using baby stalling tactics. Comp Search, getting rid of Execute and Cleffa for... Looks like there's 2 Gusts left in deck. Grass attach for a turn to off-screen execute, another Gust here. Lily Pad Mew taken in with a retreat cost of 2 thanks to that stadium. Called Shot taking out a Ghastly. And I believe there is only one more prize needed for Meganium to finish this game off. And it will be a scoop from Gengar, so good game all around. Depending on who you are. Both decks did go to top 4, so good decks, good pilots. Subscribe for more WotC-20. We'll catch you next time.